everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is Stacy, and if you're new here, I want to say thank you so much for being a part of the platform. For my already subscribers to the channel, I would love to say thank you so much for being a part of this community where it's all about nursing. Today we'll be discussing nurse burnout prevention, and I will just give you a few tips and encouragement, to prevent such burnout associated with the job. So today I will be giving you about 5 tips, and these include 1, knowing when to take time from work. There are a lot of times you get off for off days. You need to use those days appropriately. Try not to be doing too much overtime. Try not to be doing anything that is going to be related to work on those days. Nothing is wrong with overtime, but if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling stressed, exhausted, then usually that is a time to say, slow down, focus on you, rejuvenate yourself for the next day or for your next shift. 2, ensure that while you're at work, you're getting something to eat, you're drinking something, you're taking your bathroom breaks, taking that time away from work, even for 5, 10, 15 minutes, just to breathe in and breathe out and relax. That's going to be something that is needed on a daily basis to ensure that, you are going to be the best person to care for your patients on a daily basis. Bathroom breaks is going to be very vital to you, because it doesn't make sense you're going to the bath, you're working. So it doesn't make sense you're working non-stop every day and you're not remembering to take bathroom breaks, because over time what happens is that you start developing urinary tract infection, and that can actually cause additional issues. So you want to ensure that you find the time to take the breaks at work, whichever one, mandated or not mandated, you need to find the time to go ahead and take those breaks so you can actually relieve your body of those excess urine. And at the same time, not only the excess urine, but sometimes you just need a time to be out of a chaotic environment where you're able to say you're gonna just breathe in, breathe out, just to relax you so you can go back on the floor and continue with what you're doing. And sometimes we just need to know when to say no. Not all the time we're going to be able to say yes whenever our managers ask us, regardless of the fancy face that they give us. Sometimes they might smile and be like, yes, we're issuing a big bonus. But remember, focus on you. Self-care is key. So, you need to know when to say no to your managers about extra shifts. Know when to say no because you want to take the time off and focus on you. Because as I said, self-care is key to taking care of other persons. You need to ensure that you as an individual is doing well before you can actually give the care that you are wanting to give on a daily basis. And if you're in a situation where you're feeling like you're suicidal, you're having mental issues, depressed, anxiety, there's always resources at your facility that you can always reach out to, and they should be able to help you. So most hospitals, they tend to have mental health services that are free for your nurses or free for the employees. Feel free to reach out to 1 or 2 of them, and they can actually help you, guide you, and help with treatment plans if that is something that is needed on your behalf. So go ahead and find the time, reach out to them, so that way they can actually help you as best as they possibly can on your situation, because everybody's situation is different. Sometimes you go to work and you give in you have a big smile on your face, but persons don't really know what exactly is going on. So you don't know who is having a bad day, who is having a bad time. So it's always good to just utilize those resources if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, tired, exhausted, depressed, anxious, or just feeling, hopeless. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. So just remember that, those mental health services or officers are there for a reason. So go ahead and utilize them as best as possible. So find the time to make sure that you're taking your vacation time. You're given vacation time, paid time off for a specific reason. That is a time where you're supposed to be spending away from the hospital, away from your workplace. Try not to be spending 24/7 at work, because after a while you become your work. You don't want to be bringing home work with you. You're going to work and then, there's no time for personal time or family time or anything like that. So you want to ensure that you're taking your vacation time as much as possible. If it means they're going to take 1 or 2 days in the week because you want to catch up on certain things, go ahead and do that, because that is going to be most important for you, because it will help with your mental well-being. All right. Always remember to have good support system as well. If you have good support system, your family members, your friends, partners, your colleagues at work, they are always gonna be your support system, because they're gonna be able to highlight certain things, you know, provide additional support, and they're gonna be there. So whenever you're ready to vent, you can always go ahead and talk with them, and nobody's gonna be judgmental depending on who you're talking to. But always remember that good support system is key, and that is essential to you as a person. All right, because you always need somebody to, you know, tell you when you're wrong. You always need somebody to tell you when you need help. You always need somebody to give you an extra helping hand at time. All right, so please remember, focus on you, take those time off, make sure you're drinking a lot of fluids. If you're feeling exhausted, tired, feeling depressed, stressed, suicidal, homicidal, whatever it is, there's always mental health services that are available to help with that. And it doesn't mean that because you probably start or at a point where you're feeling burnt out, there's no turning back. There's always turning back. It's your obligation to just make sure you find the help, find the resources that are at hand, and make sure that you know, honor your duty to get the help that you need. Until then, thank you so much for tuning in. As usual, if you haven't subscribed, if you haven't like, comment, share, you know, please go ahead and do so. Thank you so much for being here, and I do hope that you will have a wonderful day. Bye.